Hi, I'm Luke.
And I'm Olivia.
And we want to invite you to Bailey Custom Flooring.
Come and check out our great selection of hardwood.
We also have a great selection of carpets to choose from.
And you'll love our great selection of ceramic tile.
For all your floor covering, sales, and installation needs, count on Bailey Custom Flooring.
And you can call us to make an appointment at 478-290-6084.
Townsend Brothers Funeral Home has been a part of our community since 1937. Townsend Brothers would like to take this opportunity to thank the Advocates for Alzheimer's Care Board for providing our community with the Lighthouse Adult Daycare Center. Thank you to the employees and staff of the Lighthouse Adult Daycare. Townsend Brothers Funeral Home is a proud sponsor of the Lighthouse Adult Daycare Telethon.
Hi, I'm Chuck Bass. In 1965, my parents, Charles and Mary Bass, started Bass Physical Therapy and Rehab Center. Over the last 51 years, we have served the Middle Georgia area. Now with the third generation of therapists with my daughter Whitney and my nieces Erica and Emily. So remember, whether it is physical, speech, or occupational therapy you need, it is your choice. So choose Bass Physical Therapy and Rehab Center. Our family serving your family since 1965.
Ready for some good barbecue? Come on by Southern Heritage Barbecue, 2276 Veterans Boulevard. Home cooked Southern barbecue served fast. Want a killer deal? Sandwich, chips, and drink, just $4.50. Barbecue by the pound, mouth-watering ribs, or delicious Brunswick stew. All at Southern Heritage Barbecue, 2276 Veterans Boulevard. For those special orders, call ahead 275-4304. And check out our new banquet room. Southern Heritage Barbecue, Dublin.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another show in our Advocates for Alzheimer's Care Lighthouse Telethon. We have a special guest today. Many of you are going to recognize Mott Judd Smith. She's from Lawrence County. Mott, welcome to you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So good to have you here today. Growing up in Lawrence County, you know all about Dublin, Lawrence County, and the area, and you know how good of people we have here in our fine city and county. Takes you way back now. You grew up here?
Yes, I was born and raised here. I left about 30 years ago when I got married, moved to Macon, and have been there ever since. But I come home as often as I can.
Yeah. You love people, don't you, Mott?
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
You do have a real good spirit about you. Ladies and gentlemen, Mott is with Alzheimer's Association out of the Macon office. There's a central office, I guess, in Atlanta, right?
Right.
And this has been a disease, an illness that we've dealt with for a while. And, you know, ladies and gentlemen, you've been watching our programs throughout the month, and we want to bring you more and more information about Alzheimer's, educate you on dementias, and then let you know about the Lighthouse Adult Daycare Center here on Bellevue Avenue that we are supporting this month. And the sponsors you see throughout these programs do what they can to help. Those ads are going to help the Lighthouse Adult Daycare Center. We mentioned so many times about the board that works so hard to purchase that building that's on Bellevue, and now they have to upkeep it and take care of the many different visitors that we have through the Lighthouse Adult Daycare Center. But we're going to talk to Mott just a little bit today about dementias and Alzheimer's. Now, we're going to turn back time to when we were growing up.
Right.
Okay, and people would say different things about people who couldn't quite remember things. You mentioned that earlier.
When I was growing up, it was called senile. The women were hormonal. They were just old and mean and cranky. Those are just behaviors of the disease. So it's just a different name than what we have now.
Yeah. And it's been going on for years.
For decades,
centuries.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it really has, and people should recognize that. This is not something new that's happened. We just pinned a different label on it.
Right. Like I said, when I was growing up, we had somebody down the street, and we called them senile because they were old.
Yeah.
and they were sort of cranky and you couldn't step in their yard without them getting upset.
Yeah.
Again, that's just a behavior of a dementia. So yeah, it's just a different name.
Yeah.
New day, different name.
Yeah. So how did you get involved with Alzheimer's Association?
Well, I really like dealing with people, and I feel like children have a lot of advocates, but the elderly don't.
Yeah.
And so that's how I got here. And it's a very misunderstood disease. It's a disease of the brain. It's not that somebody's crazy or they're trying to hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
It's actually a disease. So I wanted to help people with that. The people with the disease and the caregivers.
Okay, so how do you help people with that?
Okay. We have an 800 number, 800-272-3900, that's good 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. When you call that number, it's going to ring into the office you report to, and that office will be able to help you. If it's evenings, weekends, holidays, you're still going to get a trained staff member, which is very important. All of the services that we offer are free to families. So what happens is a family gets diagnosed, their dad gets diagnosed, so they call the office to get education material. Well, after we talk to them a little bit, they need a little more than education. They may need consultations, one-on-one consultations. For education, we may send them a package of information about what they're talking about, but also a book called the 36-Hour Day Book, which is what we call our Dementia Bible. It's very, very important that a caregiver has that.
36-hour day.
Yes.
Lord have mercy.
That's what a caregiver lives.
Let's back up just a moment now. You said whenever they call into this 800 number, it would ring to the office that they would report to, so to speak. So
Right.
in other words, the number will automatically go to the area where they're served.
Right, correct.
Okay. Yeah,
And-
it'll recognize if they're calling from Dublin,
Right.
Lawrence County, Treutlen County.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It'll ring into
All
that
right.
office.
And so you'll have someone available to help you at that number. Start giving you some information, tell you where to log on to right away,
Absolutely.
and start to read and learn about the dementia. And so, you know, Alzheimer's and dementia, let's talk about the difference in that.
Okay. Dementia is actually just the symptoms of the disease of you're forgetting, you're having problems with your language, your walking, just different changes in the brain. There are many different types of dementia. There's over 150. So if you use, I always like to use an umbrella, like we know what cancer is. There's prostate cancer, breast cancer, liver cancer, different kinds. But for dementia, if you use dementia as an umbrella term, you have Alzheimer's, which is the #1 form. You have Lewy body, vascular. Like I said, there's over 150 different kinds. But it doesn't matter what kind you have. They all have the same behaviors.
Okay.
They all take the same medications.
Okay. All right, so let's think about this now, because we always say this, oh, people cut up and they, you know, they make the joke as we get a little age on us, you know, because you tell a story twice. Now, that's not a dementia, because you tell a story more than once. And if you, or help me here now,
Okay.
you have a circle of people as you age, okay? And you're pretty much in that circle of people, because you're not out working as we are. You don't meet new people.
Right.
You know, you have that 5, 12, 15, 20 people that you talk to on a weekly basis,
Right.
let's say. Some of them daily. And so you tell them the story about what happened on your truck. And then you turn around 4 days later and you tell them that same story. Now,
Okay.
that's not a dementia, is it?
No, it may be just normal aging, but now dementia is not a part of normal aging.
Right.
But if somebody keeps telling you the same thing over and over and over again, like 2 or 3 times a day,
Yeah.
or asking you the same question,
You need to be concerned.
you need to be concerned.
Okay.
And if you think someone has some type of dementia, because remember, it's not just a memory issue because your brain's affected. It may affect your gait. It may affect how you pick things up, your
Okay.
mobility.
Okay.
So you would need to go see a doctor because in my world, it's usually not dementia. When people call and they've not been diagnosed, it's usually something else that's mimicked it, such as their medications are interacting.
Good.
They have an inner ear infection. They have a vitamin deficiency.
Okay.
That's why you want to go to the doctor to rule things out.
All right, so that's very important to get that doctor visit if you're a little concerned. And it's very important for your doctors to know, as you just mentioned about the medication, what you're taking. If you go to several doctors, each doctor needs to know. You need to make sure you write those down. You have someone to go with you. You make sure that you're not overlapping on medication from different doctors, because it happens, right?
It does.
And then there you are.
I tell people, just get you a plastic bag
Yep.
and take all your medications.
Good advice.
Your over-the-counter medications, those protein drinks you're drinking, all of that plays into it.
All right, there you go. Hey, we're going to take a short break, Mott. We're going to be right back. We got a lot of information for you, so stay tuned, all right? The United States flag reminds us of all the things we hold dear: God, family, country, and our homes. And Century 21 Durden Cornigan Realty encourages everyone in our community to proudly display the American flag. And when it comes time to buy or sell your home, call on the agents at Century 21, including Jody Tanner, Jim Jarrett, Pam Tillery, David Deeves, Beverly Forbes, Ann Adams, Raina Dubberly, Benny Helton, Charlene Brantley, Ruth Watson, Jay Brantley, Charlene Lamp, Yvonne Robertson, Karen Widmer, and broker George Durden. Century 21 Durden Cornigan, proud to be American.
When we found out my mom had cancer, we were devastated. That's when we contacted Serenity Hospice. She was able to live out her last days at home and not in a hospital. That meant the world to all of us. Everybody who had anything to do with my mother's care were just absolute angels. We fell in love with them, we treated them like family, and they treated us like family. They laughed with us and cried with us, they prayed with us. We just couldn't ask for a better organization than Serenity Hospice to taking care of our mother.
Call us today to learn more about how we can help you and your loved ones.
Classic Florist and Home Decor is filled with home decor and gift items. From lamps, accent furniture, to prints, home accessories, garden items, and so much more. No matter what occasion you need something for, Classic Florist and Home Decor has the perfect gift for almost anyone. Our professionals make any venue at any budget a beautifully decorated event. Like us on Facebook, log on to our website, or call us at 272-7681. Shop our selection of baby items at Classic Florist and Home Decor, 913 Hillcrest, or in the gift shop at Fairview Park Hospital.
The way the world is today, go, 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 go. Things just seem so out of control. That's why the things we can control are so important. That's why we're members of our electric co-op. The whole reason the co-op exists is to bring us the electricity we need. So they look out for us. They invest in the best technology you can get, just to keep the power on. Not because they have to. They actually do it because it's the right thing to do.
Portions of this program are brought to you in part by Dale Nifong, your State Farm insurance agent, located just off Hillcrest at 103 Darsa Drive in Dublin. Call for a quote today. Okay, we welcome you back again. We're with Mott Smith with Alzheimer's Association. We're in our Lighthouse Telethon, and we're bringing you a lot of good information during this show and throughout the month, and we're really glad you're here, Mott, be able to share with us. So we talked about visiting the doctor, taking all your medication, taking even the protein drinks if you drink Ensure or anything along those lines. You know, a lot of it could be affected by your diet.
Absolutely. I don't know if you've ever been on a diet before and tried to lose weight, but when you don't eat correctly, that affects the way you think, the way you remember, how sluggish you are.
You better believe it does.
So diet is very important.
Yeah, don't miss a meal, right?
No. What's good for the heart is good for the brain. Always keep that in mind.
Yeah. So let's talk about lifestyles and leading up to it. Now, you've learned a lot over your period of time. I mean, there's a wealth of knowledge here in these books and handouts that you have, and they're accessible to you and online. You know, they can log on and they can read information. But let's talk about what we've learned over time, over the last, Alzheimer's, Mr. Alzheimer, Dr. Alzheimer, when we first locked in and named the dementia. So what year was that?
It was 100 years ago.
Wow.
So it's been going on for quite a while. I mean, but he finally put a name to it. And it was actually with a younger lady. She was in her 50s. So it's not an old person's disease, as most people think.
Yeah. So that led him, because he couldn't say, well, she's senile because she's 80.
Right.
Or he's just an old codger, that doesn't want anybody around him.
Right.
He's gotten mean in his old age.
Right. She was having some behavioral issues and
locked in on it.
Locked
So what
in
have we learned in that 100 years, or more important, recently, that can help us in our lifestyle? You hear a lot about supplements.
Yes.
And people will take advantage of you on supplements.
Right. Be careful.
Yeah, and you hear a lot about diet. You hear a lot about not only the supplement, but the actual spice or the actual food that you should take. You hear a lot about exercise. You know, people have a lot of issues on that. And of course, it's good to be healthy. It's good to eat the right foods. It's good to take in an amount of vitamins. That's good for you. A multivitamin probably can't hurt you there. But, you know, the exercise, of course, that's important. I mean, we've always heard eat right, exercise and don't smoke.
Right.
I think I got it in the right order.
You did. And not smoking is very important.
Yeah.
But one of the things that a lot of research has been done on, and it's important, is your sleep. You don't realize how important your sleep is. You need to get at least 6 to 8 hours of rest, sleep every night.
You say rest, sleep every night.
There's a big difference between laying in the bed and resting. Because if your mind's continuously going, then you're not resting. So you really need to sleep. Our generation, we don't sleep that much.
We stay amped up, don't we?
All the time, because we're multitasking. We need to slow down a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, now that's easier said than done.
Right. But do you keep a calendar? You keep a little journal? What time you got to be where?
Sure.
Okay. So do you squeeze in your exercise?
Sure.
Is it written in there?
It's written in my brain.
Ah. But if it's written down on your calendar, you're more likely to do it. And you're starting to go to bed at the same time.
Okay, so the areas that we should probably evaluate here, and just thinking, and we're all stronger in some areas in our life, more disciplined in some. So if I don't have an issue with going and working out, if I do that on a daily basis, if I, exhaust myself physically so that my brain is able to rest, and that's something that I've found, as I, get over 50, I say, well, I got to get my body as tired because I work all day and my mind's still running.
Right.
But if I wear my body out, then my mind can rest, okay?
Absolutely.
But if there's an area like a sleep journal, if that's an area you need help in, then you need to pay attention to that. If you're good on the routine, if you've established a routine over your life of exercise, maybe that's not an area that you have to journal, or are you saying you should journal everything?
No, not everything, just things that you...
Because I wouldn't have any time in the day, I don't think, if I journaled
I have to write mine down.
You do.
So that, that's just
it's a good practice. I see a lot of people that do that. I see a lot of people that schedule their workouts themselves. They document everything, seems like.
But we also need to socialize. And I'm not talking about just at home with your spouse.
Yeah.
You need to get out in the world and socialize, volunteer, expand your horizons. That's very important.
Keep growing. That's what you're saying.
It's about quality of life. But we come out of the womb screaming and hollering for somebody to talk to us. So socialization is very, very important.
Okay, that's a good point. Very good point. Other areas.
Working your brain. We work all day long. But let's try something new. I tried to take up carpentry. Did not work. It did not work. But taking up a new hobby is good for you.
Okay.
If you're right-handed or left-handed, use your non-dominant hand sometimes, because our brain is two spheres and we technically just use one side of it. So let's start using the other side.
Okay.
Keep them both healthy going. And we talk about diet. Now, I'm from Dublin. I'm used to fried foods, going through McDonald's, whatever. Well, that's not the best for us. But the Mediterranean diet has proved to be the best diet. It's also the heart-healthy diet.
Okay, now we want to talk about that Mediterranean diet. You've heard a lot about it, I guess you may have. You may not know anything about it. We're going to talk about that in just a moment, right after this break, so stay with us.
At Morris Bank, we understand that your personal finances and banking experiences can be stressful. We also know that it doesn't have to be that way. That's why for over 60 years, we've dedicated ourselves to providing common sense banking to people just like you.
Even when I started working here, there was a definite vibe that you felt when you walked in the door, from the music that you're always going to hear playing to the hello, good to see you, welcome, how can we help you? You know, it's just a different experience when you bank here.
We work hard to combine the latest online mobile technology and top-notch customer service that allows us to do just that.
We realize our customers have choices, but what sets us apart is the personal service that we provide that they may not receive at larger institutions. We like to make you feel at home, and we like to make the process as easy as possible when you're banking with us.
But we're not focused on helping just our customers. We are equally dedicated to supporting the community we are a part of. Just this year alone, we've logged thousands of community service hours and provided significant financial support to the communities we serve.
Something that sets us apart at Morris Bank is what we give back to the communities in which we serve. And as the communities continue to grow, that brings more business and more industry into the area, and it's just this circle effect of giving back and receiving what the community can offer.
We want to make sure you have the best banking experience possible. Come see us or give us a call to find out what makes Morris Bank different, because we're banking on you.
I've known Dr. Zhang since he's came to the hospital. He's a very hardworking person, very personal person. His patients love him. Sometimes I've tried to stay at the hospital and just work as long as he does, and you can't do it. He is one of the hardest working people that I know, but I have a lot of respect for him, and he's done an excellent job, and I know all your patients feel that way too.
I provide both inpatient and outpatient kidney care. I'm fully privileged at Fairview Park Hospital. I see inpatient 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. I'm also the medical director for all the 3 WDIG centers, 2 in Dublin, 1 in Wrightsville. I see my DAS patients there. I provide care for all the aspects of kidney disease, including acute kidney failure, chronic kidney disease, high blood pressure that's tough to control, and also I treat the electrolytes abnormalities, such as high or low potassium, high or low sodium. I also provide service for the prevention of kidney stones. We are here to serve the community. If you have any concerns about your kidneys, your blood pressure that's tough to control, your electrolytes, please give us a call or let your doctor refer you to our service.
Call Don's Tent Rental for any event in your future. Everything from weddings, reunions, or backyard parties. There's no event too large or too small. Call Don Thompson today at 275-3586 or drop by our showroom for endless ideas. There's no other choice. For your next important event, call Don's Tent Rental, 707 Industrial Boulevard in Dublin.
Hi, this is Tom Dominic, Dublin with Nelson Company. We invite you to come by and see our new showroom located at 507 Airport Road, Dublin, Georgia. We've been serving the Dublin Lawrence County community for over 34 years. Thank you.
Welcome back. We're here with Mott Smith, and we're talking about the Lighthouse Adult Daycare Center, our telethon in full force this month. And we were talking right before the break, brought up the issue of the Mediterranean diet. We've heard about that now. A lot of us gone out and got olive oil, and we're trying to cook whatever we're going to fry, at least in the olive oil.
Right.
Is that helping at all?
It is helping a little bit. It is helping a little bit. Like I said, what's good for your heart is good for your brain. So it's helping that cholesterol. Are you eating 3 fruits, 3 vegetables a day? That's important. When I was growing up, we did that.
Sure.
We sat down at lunch and at supper and we had vegetables and fruits. That's not so much anymore. So vegetables and fruit are very important.
So what's another issue? What about the supplements? People hear a lot about that, and spices to cook with and things. What can you tell me?
As far as supplements, like dietary supplements, talk to your doctor before you start taking any, because they may interfere with another medication you're on, such as your heart medicine or your cholesterol medicine. So that's very important. Your doctor will tell you if you need vitamin B or vitamin D or any other vitamins. But protein drinks that you mix up, be careful of what's in those, because lots of those have fat burners in them. And if you're taking certain medications or you have high blood pressure, that causes issues.
Okay.
And if you have high blood pressure, heart problems, make sure you take your medication, because vascular dementia is caused from strokes and heart attacks.
Okay.
So that's just another part of the dementia world.
Is there opportunity for a person who has maybe a history or suspects that there may have been some type of, dementia, Alzheimer's, what have you, in their family? Is there something they could do as far as go to the doctor at an earlier age and be evaluated?
Well, some of the risk factors, age is the very first one, but out of 3 people that's 85 and older, 1 of them has Alzheimer's. Statistics show that. So age is going to be the greatest risk factor.
Okay.
If you do have dementias in your family, which one is it? If it's Alzheimer's, then you could carry something called the familiar gene. If your parents are diagnosed before the age of 62, that puts you at a higher risk bracket. Yes, you can be tested to see if you carry the gene. You can go to Emory and have it done, and you just have a 50-50 chance of having the disease, even if you carry the gene. It's just like the breast cancer gene. But what are you going to do different if you do carry the gene? That's the question I always ask people.
So what do you do differently?
Well, you should already be eating healthy. You should already be exercising, socializing, working your brain. So you should already be doing that. That's just something for you to think about. Most people would just worry more. Well, worrying's just going to mess with your memory.
Yeah, and mess with your rest.
Your rest, your mood, everything.
Yes.
So we try not to worry.
Okay, now as far as a physical, the physical person, you look at a person as they start to age. You know, a lot of people have stomach fat. Well, I've read before that that's conducive to developing a dementia or Alzheimer's. Just the stomach fat. You know, people can be what we call skinny fat. You know, skinny all over but a pot belly.
Right.
So is that a fact?
Well, some heart statistics show that you're at a higher risk for having a heart attack. And again, what's good for your heart is good for your brain. So that could be true, but we don't have any studies to show that.
Yeah, okay. So there's still a lot of speculation, but there's still a lot of knowledge that can be obtained just by simply getting in touch with you all, right?
And we have a great website, very family-friendly oriented, so you can always go to it. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you first meet people and they say, what do? What do you tell them?
I work with people who have memory issues, because sometimes they don't have dementia. Sometimes they may have had a traumatic brain injury. So when I tell them I work with people who have memory issues, they automatically assume you work with old people. Well, I do work with some elderly, But what do you call elderly? What age do you call elderly?
It's relative, isn't it?
It is. In my world, 82, 83 is what we call elderly. But I work with people in their 50s and 40s who have been diagnosed. That's the majority of our world.
Yes.
Most people think, well, I'm 54 and I'm forgetting things and I'm not as fast on the computer as I used to be. Well, you have to put everything into perspective there.
Yes.
Because I am sure that somebody has said to you, you got Alzheimer's? If you forget something, you walk into a room and you come back out, you probably think, oh my God, I'm getting Alzheimer's. Do you? Or if you can't find your car keys?
No,
you
not
don't
so
worry
much.
about it? Okay.
Not so much, but you know, I know that it's an issue that people can develop with age, and I think there's a going joke, you know, that people will make about you know, Alzheimer's or forgetting things.
Right.
And, you know, there's the joke. It's not if you lost your keys, is do you know what to do with them when you find them?
That's
So
exactly right.
I always know what to do with them when I find them, so I think I'm all right.
Yeah, that as
so
long
far.
as you can retrace your steps,
Yeah.
you're good.
Yeah, but you know, it's natural. As we age, we're going to forget some things. We're going to misplace some things.
Right.
Even at a younger age. How many of you kids misplace something? Looking for the shoes, looking for...
All the
You know,
time.
that can't be, you know, the major issue. And people, as you say, will worry about uncertainty. And there's an amount of uncertainty in life, so it doesn't pay to worry. Of course, you know, to tell a worrier not to worry is a waste of breath.
Right, useless.
Yeah, you have to learn to deal with things, and that is through lifestyle. That is through being social, as you've taught us today. That is getting out. You know, if it's to church, if it's, you know, to go out to eat at different places, find a friend and get out and do something. Don't sit around the house by yourself. And you have to eat well, no matter what. I know you may just be one person. It may just be the couple, and they say, oh, we'll just have this or we'll just have that. It's imperative that you eat properly. Again, what's good for your heart is good for your head, good for your mind.
Right.
So let's apply that.
Absolutely.
Let's learn something and commit to it today, because if you don't put knowledge to work for you, it's of no good, it's of no use. So let's put this knowledge that we're learning to work for us. And you know, we've shared with many people, and we do each year, stories of how they dealt with their loved one and how challenging that has been, and how they look for an opportunity for any help that they could get, for any support that they could get. And you all offer a lot of support.
We do.
They can pick up the phone, they can call you. Of course, we have wonderful daycares like our daycare throughout the state of Georgia. It's an excellent opportunity for a loved one, a caregiver, to take a moment. Now, not only that, but it's a good opportunity for that individual to have a little social time, to get out of that same four walls, or out from in front of that television, or whatever they may be doing as a routine every single day that's mindless. And so you're able to get out and do the different activities at the daycare center here today. And we really want everyone to know more about the Lighthouse Adult Daycare Center, to realize the effort that they put into such a wonderful location for us, a service for our community. Not every community has a daycare center.
No, Lawrence County is very fortunate to have the Lighthouse. And for the person with dementia, they need socialization. They need to be with a group of their peers that are going through the same thing they are. That's one of the reasons daycares are so important for the person with the disease, but also for the caregiver. The caregiver needs a break. They need to get away. They need to do something for themselves. And while their loved ones at the Lighthouse being fed their meals, their snacks, doing activities, that loved one can be sitting out on the front porch rocking in the rocking chair. Or maybe little lady going to get her hair done. Those things are very important. And the Lighthouse's staff is trained to handle people with dementia.
Tell us about that.
That's another important issue. One of the things that the association does is we do education for professionals, because just because you have a certificate or a license does not mean you're trained to take care of somebody with dementia. So the Lighthouse has programs where they train their staff how to redirect somebody, If you're having a bad day, you know not to argue with somebody with dementia. That's the #1 rule. That's something you learn through education, because you will not win fussing with somebody with dementia. So daycare, all of that staff, they know how to do that.
Redirect.
Redirect. Be positive. The person with the disease is going to react to how you are.
That probably work with individuals without Alzheimer's.
It does. It does. I have learned not to argue with them also.
Yeah, it's just a good frame of mind. We thank you so much for coming in and speaking with us today and helping us share more information about our Lighthouse Adult Daycare. It really is a beacon of hope for people in our community, and we appreciate what you do and in and around our community. Now, you service several counties around us, don't you?
Yes, sir. We serve 26 counties, including Bibb, and all of the counties that are surrounding Lawrence. Our office does. But again, we're a worldwide organization, so we cover all of Georgia.
Yeah. Thank you for what you do. And the information has been given to you throughout. You can get on the website. You can call that number anytime that you may have questions. But the most important thing, if you think you have an issue, I would say would be to go to that doctor.
Go to the doctor.
Yeah, go to a qualified doctor.
That's very important.
And get checked out. And then you'll know where you are and you'll know what to do. But take care of yourself along the way. Eat right, don't smoke, and exercise, and I'll change it up that time.
Okay.
But set your agenda for the days. A plan will help you, especially in areas. Document, especially in areas where you need help. Maybe with your sleep. Maybe determine how you can get to the point where you rest better. And there are ways. There are proven ways that will help you not only rest better, but eat better and become more sociable.
Absolutely.
Alzheimer's Association. Mott is out of Macon, but she is in our area quite often and visits Lighthouse Adult Daycare Center. Thank you for sharing with us also about the training that those individuals, those caregivers at the Lighthouse have received.
That's very important.
Yeah, because you want qualified help.
That's right.
Yeah. Thank you, Mott, for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for joining us right here.
What makes Medical Park Pharmacy and Tomlinson Pharmacy different than the big chains? People. You'll see friends and neighbors on both sides of the counter. We go the extra mile, and you can always count on compassion and professionalism. If you hate going to your big chain pharmacy and waiting, then come to Medical Park Pharmacy, 2406 Bellevue Road, or Tomlinson Pharmacy, 108 Rose Street in downtown Dublin, where your prescriptions are filled in minutes, not hours. Save money and time at Medical Park and Tomlinson Pharmacies. Our family, caring for your family.
Proud to be a part of the Dublin community, La Quinta Inn & Suites is conveniently located on I-16 at 441 and close to many of our city's major industries and businesses. La Quinta offers a prime location with many amenities, including free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and a beautiful indoor pool. La Quinta Inn & Suites was voted the best La Quinta in the world and a TripAdvisor's Certificate of Excellence. Book your next training class or school at La Quinta Inn & Suites of Dublin, locally owned and operated. Wake up on the bright side. K's Vapor opened its doors in October of 2012 with the intent of helping Georgians live healthier lives by providing the know-how and the tools to say no to the detrimental effects of tobacco, all within a comfortable, welcoming environment.
I've been shopping with the K's Electric Vapor pretty much since the day they opened. Very kind, helpful, wonderful staff to deal with. If you want to quit smoking, come on down and see them. I highly recommend them.
K's Vapor will always endeavor to provide premium customer relations, sparing no expense to ensure the satisfaction of all our patrons. You'll find over 150 flavors in stock, Zero nicotine to 24 milligrams of nicotine available. Starter kits from $24.99 and up. And for more experienced vapors, a variety of box mods. Enjoy K's Vaping Lounge. Anytime, Monday through Thursday, 9 to 7, Friday 9 to 9, Saturday 9 to 7, and Sunday 1 to 6.
Hey, the employees and the owners of K's wants to thank everyone for their loyal support since 2012. Y'all come on down to see us.
The Medical Center of Dublin is proud to provide families all over Middle Georgia with primary care services that are hard to find under one roof. Call on our team for the highest quality of health care, family medicine, women's health care, and now urgent care open until 8 p.m. Walk-ins are always welcome. If you're sick today, you'll be seen today by one of our physicians. The Medical Center has been serving our community since 1964, providing quality medical care for the entire family. Medical Center, conveniently located on Hillcrest Parkway.
Huddle House, any meal, anytime. Come in today and enjoy the country fried steak, smokehouse platter, ribeye steak and shrimp. Any meal, anytime. That's Platter Pride. Choose from 10 meals for just $4.99. And don't forget free Waffle Wednesday, every Wednesday with a $6 minimum entree purchase. At Huddle House on Hillcrest in Dublin. Any meal, anytime. Huddle House, a proud sponsor of the Lighthouse Adult Daycare Telethon. Georgia Dermatology and Skincare Center has been the leader in the skincare industry since 1996. Dr. Michael Sharkey, along with Dr. Mark Bonner, and physician's assistants Alan Manning, Kelly Toller, and Tony Lynn Herring have helped patients with Mohs skincare surgery, routine skin exams, and general and surgical dermatology. So come see the professionals at Georgia Dermatology and Skincare Center, located in the Aaron Office Park in Dublin. Call for an appointment today at 478-275-7546. Georgia Dermatology and Skincare Center is a proud sponsor of the Lighthouse Telethon. Huddle House, any meal, anytime. Come in today and enjoy the country fried steak, smokehouse platter, ribeye steak and shrimp. Any meal, anytime. That's Platter Pride. Choose from 10 meals for just $4.99. And don't forget free Waffle Wednesday, every Wednesday with a $6 minimum entree purchase. At Huddle House on Hillcrest in Dublin. Any meal, anytime. Huddle House, a proud sponsor of the Lighthouse Adult Daycare Telethon. Dublin Vision Care has been a leading provider of optometry service and vision care products in the Dublin community since 1982, and we want to help you achieve and maintain clear vision for years to come. Dr. Lee Whitaker has over 35 years of experience and offers comprehensive vision examinations and specializes in diagnostic and treatment of a wide array of eye disease, conditions, and problems. Using advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products, Dublin Vision Care is committed to improving the quality of your life through enhanced vision. Give yourself the gift of clear vision. Schedule an appointment today with Dr. Lee Whitaker. Call today 272-2303. Dublin Vision Care, 714 Bellevue Avenue, Dublin.
This summer, don't send a fan to do an air conditioner's job. Call your local Daikin Comfort Pro before it's too late. Daikin. Comfort for life.
Dr. Jackson Fordham proudly announces the opening of his new dental office on Fairview Park Drive in Dublin. Dr. Fordham and his staff have been providing our community with professional dental care for more than 30 years. Dr. Fordham would like to take this opportunity to thank all of his existing customers and invite new ones to call for an appointment today. Enjoy your next visit to the dentist. Call Dr. Jackson Fordham at 272-4051. Make an appointment today. Dr. Jackson Fordham, proudly serving all our community.